Hi guys, so we've reached the point of the project where we are ready to start cutting and finishing. So here's a photograph of my kids. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pair of scissors and very neatly I'm going to cut right the entire background out, basically. I'm cutting right up to their silhouette. I want to take my time. I want to do this nice and neatly. And I'm cutting, as you can see, I have two people in mind because I have both my kids. So there's a little space in between them in this photograph, so I'm cutting that out as well. I don't want any of that because the painting that we just created, the watercolor painting we did of plant life in the style of Wiley, that is going to be our background. So we want to get all this background out. I'm going to cut out her bow so it doesn't take up too much space. And cut. Okay, so now I can cut the bottom out, the margin, and ready to roll. Okay, so now I can take my watercolor painting, and I also have my two leaves that I painted on a separate piece of paper. Some of you may have done a couple leaves, some of you might have done a flower and a leaf or a couple flowers. Whatever it is, you want to also have this ready for cutting out as well. So now I'm going to take my scissors and cut out my two leaves. And then I will be ready to finish my project. So I'm just gonna cut one out because I think you'll get the idea. All right, so now that I have my leaf cut out and my picture of my kids, I can start arranging on my background. So I'm gonna take this and I'm going to put it, try to figure out where it works best. Now, since I already finished my painting and I already did it, I'm just kind of doing this to show you how I kind of worked with it, but I kind of did it, just kind of moved it around until I found a spot that I liked, and then I flipped it over and I took my glue stick and I glued the entire surface of the back so it sticks on really good, and then flatten it out. And then I'm going to take the other leaves that I did and I'm going to figure out where they work well. So maybe one would look good here, kind of overlapping Jace's shirt and tummy. And then maybe my other one I would do here. And then the same thing, flip it over, glue stick, and really get it on good. And then your project is done. Okay, so I think that most of us will be at this stage today. But again, I built in one extra class for those of you that might need it on Monday. So take your time. If you haven't finished your painting, you want to get that done first. But for those of you that are ready, this is what we're working on today, and the rest of you will be doing this tomorrow when you're finishing up. Have fun.